Welcome, watchers, to another exciting episode of Astroplex, Spire, and Sprawl. Sorry we have missed you for 2 whole months, but due to me producing the shows and living in the illustrious city of Houston, it is hurricane season and all that fun stuff. And right now, in this time frame this year, Houston's like, we need more love, we need more hurricanes, we need more floods, we need you to have power outages and the like. So fun has been the last 2 months. So let's cross our fingers that the next few months will be power on and game every other Wednesday. With that, the last time we checked, they successfully completed their mission, so on and so forth, which is bonus because at the very end of the game, I gave them another level. So they are level 3 now, which means this time period at the very beginning of Astroplex, we're going to turn to our players and find out what they have chosen and all that fun stuff. So with that, let us turn to our players. Hello, players.
Hello, Dungeon Master.
Hello, Papa.
Wow. Bonjour.
So what are we going with? Well, actually, since it's been 2 months, let's do a little intro as far as like kind of go over, your character and stuff like that and how insane you are and this, that, and the other. Or if not insane, how suave or, so on and so forth you are. So, who would like to get that started?
I can start. Hi guys, I'm Molly. I'm currently a 3rd level rebel. My background is, I think it's medical professional. I am from the depths. I am weave touched, which means that I can do this fun little thing with turning things off and on. I'm kind of like a clap it. The clapper. Exactly. Let's see. I am in terrible danger constantly because I may or may not have cheated on the daughter of a crime boss, which has ruined my life incredibly. And I think that's about all you need to know about Molly.
So, yeah, and then after that, we'll go ahead and then we'll figure out what Molly is going to pick and stuff like that. But yeah, let's move on to the next character. As far as
let's
like
go with
overall
opposites. Then.
For sure.
Let's go with opposites. Quinn. Quinn is a suit, so he is a member of like a big organization. He works in an office building. He is an agent of like talent, essentially. So he works with stars and sports phenomenon to get them good contracts and makes money there. He's kind of taken to this life on the street doing these crazy things, mainly because one of his friends, one of his clients was looking to get into this different category of racing, and so he kind of been helping them out with that. But so he's kind of found this group, and I think he kind of likes living on the seedier side. He dresses nicely, expensive stuff. He lives in the top spires. But he is a warrior, our version of fighter. He is mainly followed the leadership role so far, taking abilities to allow his team to kind of do extra things on their turn, and very charismatic fighter style. So yeah, that is Quinn. All right.
So, who would like to go next?
I can jump in there.
Okay.
So I'm playing a man named Benson. His first name is Rickard, but nobody calls him that. His name is Benson. Benson is kind of an academic type. His class is academic, but the occupation I picked also was student. So he's like a perpetual academic. He's like working on multiple degrees. He's well embedded in that whole system, but he comes from space. He's kind of a weirdo. Exactly. He talks a little funny because who knows where he learned that word. Whatever word it may be. Yeah. What else is there to say about Benson? Oh well, I guess I'm playing him a little bit like Gorillaz, the musical group.
Oh yeah.
Or he's animated. So most of the time I look like this when I'm playing him. I'll be normal for like out of game stuff, but yeah, he's a cartoon character. He's got he has like some Arcanotech stuff that he's got all these little like wind up critters in his jacket that he likes to let out every once in a while. And now from last game we rolled that he's got powers. So I think we're gonna talk about all that stuff. Yeah. Later. So I'm excited to see where he goes. That's Benson. That's Benson. How about Torque?
I am playing Torque. Torque is a robot mechanic. And I'm still finding my way with Torque. I am not sure. The good thing is Benson filled a spot that Torque was kind of trying to fill. So now that we have Benson, I can kind of explore Torque more. But I think Torque is kind of going to be the grumpy mechanic. Don't touch my tools. Just let me drive. Just let me do it. I've got this kind of thing. I don't know. We're kind of... Torque is a work in progress. We're going to see where Torque leads me. But started off really nice, and I think we're going grumpy. So I don't know yet. We'll see. It's the backstory of Torque is she was with a racing team. She fixed cars, so she's very good. She's very proficient at it. She got basically framed as blowing up her car and destroying her racing team, but now she's on with this team who trusts her and believes that she did not do the bad thing that she did not do. It was her sister, and she hero worships Quinn. She thinks Quinn is the best deal in the whole wide world, and everyone should be like Quinn. And Molly actually bought her or got her. We don't know how. Molly is not Quinn's owner, Torque's owner. We're not. I think. What did we decide? You won Torque in a gambling thing or something? Yeah. So Molly is technically Torque's owner, but Torque really takes care of Molly because Molly needs somebody to look after her and be sure she doesn't die or other things. So that's kind of where we are with Torque. It's in progress.
And
Sort of
speaking
tops
of Molly,
from the bottom.
and speaking of Molly, what do we go with? And which direction do we go with Molly?
I mean, my girl is a girl who stabs to heal and stabs to hurt. I went with the EMT background, double proficiency in medicine, an advantage on medicine checks to stabilize a target, and also her. Since I'm leveling up in, not leveling up, since I'm taking a feature from another, like, background, do I still level up in Rebel? Like, does my, okay. That's
your primary. So yeah, so the way, for watchers that are curious about that, the way we have our character classes, it's you'll see very similarities with 5e, but the more you get into it, the more separated we are. You have character classes, and then you have specializations, which are basically kind of like subclasses, but not really. The cool thing is that we've got it each subclass has 3 categories. Or 3 tiers, basically. And depending on what level, I think we've got it where the first 2 levels, you specialize only in your set character class, as far as your specialties and stuff like that. But at 3rd level, you're allowed to jump over to another character class and start taking a specialization there. That's basically what Molly did. So, because your initial character class is what?
I believe Smuggler.
Rogue.
Yeah. The rogue version, or thief, or whatever
character class.
So essentially, our multi-classing is you take the versatile specialization, and now that is a class feature for you. So on your next levels, you can either take more from that one that you took, the EMT one, or you can take anything from your normal class features you want. Okay. So it's now permanently, so instead of like in 5e where you're like, I'm 1 level of this and 1 level of this and 5 levels of that and whatever, it's you're this, you're a warrior, you're a guide, you're a whatever, and then the versatile specialization essentially allows you to further like kind of delve in and get things from other class features.
Yeah, to round out your character better.
I believe I also still need to roll for powers. Do you want to keep that until the end, or
let's wait until the very end, because that's a special category all on its own. So
reminds me what my species, because I'm a weave touched. Remind me what my percentage is for that.
So Bill,
let me look that up while you're doing everything else.
So we'll jump over to, because we normally had Bill next, but Bill's looking up stuff like that. Which, by the way, me and Bill has created his game system and a world setting. So we are in playtest format right now. So anything you have to add or whatnot, watchers, please feel free to put it in chat and let us know your thoughts and stuff like that. But
so we have,
go ahead, Quinn. Or Bill.
I mean, so she has a +5 because she's weave touch, so +5%. And then she is a rebel, so that is a 10% base. So it's a 15% chance that she manifests a power.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump over to Quinn.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, I'm Quinn. We're playing Warriors, my base class. I looked through all the other ones. There's a couple things here and there that I might look at later, but I think, and I realized that I had already kind of made the decision based on the way the last few sessions have gone. I felt he would take the Street Fighter specialization within the warrior. So now he cannot be surprised at the beginning of combat. As long as he has access to his senses and are not incapacitated. So it's kind of like he's keeping his head on the swivel. He's always ready for things. He's now getting to be a little bit more savvy with the whole kind of combat situation and dealing with things there. And I rolled for powers. I did not get anything. But he's just happy to be, I mean, he has no aspirations for powers, really. He's a warrior and happy to like lead his people as taking the leadership going on.
All right. So, Vincent, what do we do? What do we take?
All right. Well, okay. So just character class wise, I decided to go with occult.
Oh.
So I went with let's see how I find it. It's from the Devout character class.
Mhm.
So basically, I've got occult connections, but it lets me add my proficiency bonus to power checks because I've got some kind of occult wisdom and insight. So that seems kind of on brand for Benson.
Yeah, you Benson is getting that Cthulhian vibe to him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I expect. I mean, he'd welcome the corruption. He's like, yeah, okay, that'll be fun. I'll probably get kind of high off that.
Either that or Constantine from DC Comics.
Yeah, that's kind of the vibe. I mean,
yeah.
You know, he's kind of got
Yeah.
guy in the trench coat sort of vibe, right?
Yeah, Molly just needs to make him some cigarettes, and then So.
What, you're smoking paper? like a caveman? Like
I imagine he would probably have some kind of outrageous contraption, like some kind of
some vape machine or something.
Vape pen, yeah.
Arcanotech.
like a hookah.
Yeah, Arcanotech vape pen. I like that idea.
Mm.
Oh man, yeah. Of course he vapes.
Yeah.
Of course he vapes.
Mm.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
Oh, God, it always smells like cotton candy in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say you gotta figure out the flavor. He
vapes,
the strawberry
vapes
vanilla
like weird shit. He's constantly like I decanted this liquor from a jar I found in the back of the science lab. I'm gonna see what happens.
Yeah. Why does it smell like toad guts and sage?
Yeah,
He's
no,
such a
I
snob
don't know
about
if I'm gonna be quite so insane with him, but
Yeah,
I think he's kind of a weirdo, and I think he's kind of a burned out dude. So, hey,
Awesome.
last time we did roll for powers. Do you want to talk about everybody's
Not yet.
powers later?
Not yet. Well,
Okay, all right, man. I'm not.
because
I'm asking. I'm not jumping the gun. I'm asking.
We're gonna talk about powers because Molly hasn't rolled for powers yet.
Roll.
Bill spilled the beans about he has none. So, but yes, let's wait until we actually get through the character, the mortal stuff first,
All
and
right.
then we can talk about the supernatural after that. So, Torque. Being an
I'm not
automaton.
taking anything very, very special. I mean, I'm just going to go with level 3 for my companion.
Oh,
Because
awesome. Well,
at level
okay.
3, my companion, which is under guide,
Yeah.
which is what I am. At level 3, my companion, which would be Phoenix, my robot dog, gets like all of the specialties. I lost it. Your companion gains access to all special abilities, so that's going to give her all the powers.
So, speaking of that,
Mhm.
and some of our watchers probably won't go back and watch the previous episode. If you do, awesome. Thank you all so much. But do you want to tell the watchers how amazing Phoenix was last game session? And
She's a
why
good
you
dog.
chose this? Yeah.
She's a good dog. She's a very good dog. Okay, so she has one special ability right now, which is charge, and basically she can charge straight forward toward a target and hit it with her attack at the same turn, and the target takes extra damage, and they have to pass a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So she had good rolls, and she charged a bunch of bad guys and knocked them over where we could just
Yeah.
make them go to sleep in a very peaceful way, where they woke up nicely and unhurt the next day. It was great. It was fine. So I'm going to go with, when she gets all the powers, she will get pass through, which is she will not provoke opportunity attacks,
Which is
and
awesome.
guard, which my companion can use its reaction to take the damage from an attack against an ally within 5 feet of it.
So the
So
idea is to let her hang out with Molly.
Maybe Quinn.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe
I
Quinn, yeah,
can't
yeah.
lose Quinn. He's my
Yeah.
idol. I don't know.
Yeah.
We could probably
And-
pay somebody to bring Molly back. It's fine.
Yeah, probably. And speaking of Molly, once again, we are now in the awesome supernatural phase. So, for you watchers, so we have added what basically Astroplex has evolved beyond magic, beyond your typical magical items. So, magical items are now called Arcanotech, and it's all about science and stuff like that. And the weave is the magical essence that holds everything together, and this, that, and the other. And thus, powers were born from these magical ley lines and thus that nature. And so everybody has a touch of that, or a chance to have that. Now, mind you, if you're running, we have like a few options for you to do in game. Basically, the way I'm doing it for this game is that we have a percentile. For every level you go up, you get to roll on this percentile table to see that you have a chance to have powers. And then we have a long power category and stuff like that, which has been brought up from Molly, our lovely Belle, that she would like a random roll table to see what kind of awesome powers you get and stuff like that. So that's going to probably be in the book once we finish completion and stuff like that. So you'll have two options there, either choose or roll on this random table. But the cool thing is that if you want to, you can just go, hey man, I want to do an all-powered game. And you can be like, you know, the superheroes that you are and this, that, and the other. Or you can do it like, I don't want to do the percentage, but I want these like key moments, like the party like gets hit by a bus or some shit like that, or you know, a tragic moment or whatever, you know, weird moment you want to have, and then suddenly all the characters activate their various powers and this, which would be really cool. Like what Belle was saying is, if you did a game like that, the random table would be amazingly awesome in that kind of scenarios, because even you as the story guide wouldn't know what everybody would get.
Yeah, I love that idea that it happens after they've already like picked their character class and maybe even been playing it for a while. Like, takes you in a weird direction maybe.
So
yeah. And all the powers are more set up to be extra options of things you can do during your turn, not necessarily like better options.
No,
but like just gives you more versatility to your character depending on what powers you end up choosing or getting or whatever.
Now, mind you, due to Astroplex and due to the way we have it worked, everything has a consequence. So, with powers, you have the chance to gain corruption. Basically, you can use your power just as normal, you know, which is fine, and stuff like that. It does little really cool stuff like that, but we give you the temptation to go, oh man, I could be this really amazing hero if I boosted my power and like picked up all my players and flew them across Astroplex or whatnot, because I have the fly ability. That will gain you corruption. The more corruption you get, the more weird stuff happens, and you start to like, I wouldn't say become a bad guy, but it leans toward that people will start distrusting you to the point that they don't want to be around you anymore and consider you hostile and whatnot. And although you might not think so, you know, you're like, hey, I'm just trying to do this, but
there's a lot of RP elements we kind of worked in there, in that you're supposed to role play your character a little bit more ruthless, a little bit more willing to kill somebody than just spare their life, sort of thing. Do things that are a little bit more on edge. So it's kind of like your alignment is changing as you get more and more corrupted by the power that you're wielding.
Yep. And Arcanotech basically has the exact kind of opposite. Immediately, right now, Benson has Arcanotech, and basically every time he activates, he automatically takes psychic damage for activation and stuff like that. And but that's limited in the fact that if you have a bunch of Arcanotech and you activate it all at once, you could actually literally kill your character. So depending on how many things you have, and this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. So with that, it is that Molly time that we find out if Molly becomes a supernatural or not. So, what is our percentage?
She's already a little bit. Her percentage is 15,
15,
which means
okay.
she has to roll an 85 or above. Am I correct?
Or you can do the exact opposite. You can do 15 or below.
You just call it, whichever way you want.
85 or above.
85
I'm
or
gonna
above.
get this.
Okay.
Do it. Let's do it.
That is a 63. So no powers for Molly, but she's already got her little electromagnet thing going on, where
That is true.
she's a little on-off power button. Clever.
As well as we didn't touch for the fact that Molly is into medicine and drugs and the like, and there's a whole thing we got on that wild stuff, from addiction to death to you get little supernatural powers even from doing concoctions of whatever. So yeah, you everything in Astroplex is dangerous, but with moderation you can squeak by. But the temptation is there for your players, and it depends on what kind of rabbit hole you want to jump down, So, and with that, speaking of rabbit holes, Benson, what has happened?
You want to talk about my hole?
No, we do not want to talk about that. We want to talk about your supernatural power.
Oh, you want to talk about my rabbit?
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
It's a nice rabbit you got there.
Yeah, so my understanding is, so we rolled and I got powers.
Yeah.
What
do we get?
So my understanding is that you pick 2 powers, right? Level 1, gain
Yes.
2 powers. All right. So I was particularly interested in the idea of having telekinesis. I thought that would be a lot of fun. So I took telekinesis, and I just got the rules on that. It sounds a lot like it's kind of a mage hand sort of level of thing, but I can spend some power points to do it with bigger things, or do some damage with it, and I can sort of force choke a bitch with it, I think. Sorry, that's not great language to use. I could definitely tear people with it.
You can do a Vader.
Yeah, for sure. So that sounds really cool to me. That sounds like some fun stuff for Benson to have developed. And for the second one, I wasn't really sure what to do, but I did like the idea that maybe his mind is open, and instead of like enhanced senses, which is one of the things that could do, I thought there's an accuracy power, which is basically, it looks like it's sort of the dexterity based power to get. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Like maybe he's got the ability to he's like fucking Neo in the Matrix now, man.
Yeah.
His mind is beginning to take over. So like he's got this telekinesis power. He can manipulate his own body. Kind of cool. So it does let him do things like ignore cover or increase damage with ranged weapons. Get advantage on ranged attacks or double the range of ranged weapons.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It seems like some ranged sort of fighting is sort of his style anyway. I mean, he may be like Neo, but like Neo who wants to fight you from way far away.
Way far. Well, speaking of up close and personal, Torque was our first character to actually get powers, and it happened in such a beautiful way. You want to explain how you first got your powers, Torque?
I passed a dice check. I don't know what you're getting at.
It was in hiding out with Molly as there was shady stuff going on, and you managed to suddenly manifest teleportation.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I had rolled for it. And I didn't know what it was. Sorry. I'm also in the Houston area. It's been a month. Okay. We're doing so. Yeah, we had rolled, and I didn't know when they were going to come into play, and then Molly got into some trouble. And I had to nab her out or in. I nabbed me in. She was being kidnapped. And I figured out that I have ability powers. I have teleportation, and I teleported myself underneath the van that she was being kidnapped in and held on like some awesome action hero and was able to go with her, and we got to rescue her from a very precarious situation that you can learn about if you go back and watch previous episodes.
Well, actually, that was in episode 1, I do believe. Could be 2.
You have to watch them both. They'd have to watch them both just to see. Might be 3. Just keep going. And hit like and subscribe while you're doing it.
Yes, definitely. They're all very interesting and very amusing. This party is awesome. This system that we have built is growing as a wonderful love. But yeah, what do you get next? What happens, Twerk?
So I go up. We're going to level 3, but my powers did not hit till I was level 2. So I was only a level 1 in my powers. So now I go up to level 2 in my powers, which gets me 2 more power points. So I'm up to 6. And I was at 4, right? And then I go up to 6.
Yep.
Or do I add 6 to my 4? Because that would be cool too.
Bill can answer that one.
No. I think we'd have to discuss whether you had the 1 that everybody gets, because I think that's how we did it last time. So I think you get 1, then you add 6 from being empowered. So you'll have 7 in your pool to play with.
7 power points total. Okay.
Yep.
And then I get 3 modifier abilities, which I'm just starting to look at. So I don't know where I'm going to go with that yet. But yeah,
the modifiers for everyone else, they're kind of like the meta magic for sorcerers. So like you can increase the range of it, you can increase the area of effect. So you can take something that has like no area effect and make it like a bubble area effect, or I don't know, you can make it harder for the opponent to resist it. There's all sorts of different things you can do.
Lots of stuff.
And there's probably more we'll come up with because we only have like 8 or so at this point. But yeah, that's the idea of the modifiers. It's the thought is like there's a base spell like fire or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well it hits one target, but I want it to be like a fireball. So here you go. You can throw on this modifier that allows it to be like a fireball, but you're just spending more energy on that spell.
Yep. Or if you wanted even more precise, I wanted to be able to hit people that I can't see, behind walls or whatnot, so on and so forth, specifically targeting, So yeah, it gives you it makes you spend more power points, but yeah, you get to go do cool things instead of just the base spell like D&D has, so which is really cool. But other than that, so I guess do we have any more thoughts and processes that we want to share with our watchers? So watchers, it is that wonderful time that we tell you, welcome to Astroplex, the Spire and the Sprawl. Welcome back to Astroplex, the Spire and the Sprawl. Session 6 begins within the world of Stellar, a place of exciting technology and magic that has evolved in ways that is unbelievably amazing to some and rather dangerous to others. This setting is centered around the continent of Arcanus within the world of Stellar. There we'll find a great and powerful civilization known as Astroplex, the Spire and the Sprawl. A place of metal, plastic, concrete, organic, and non-organic components all woven together and built into a megastructure that can easily house 500 million inhabitants. Our party was successful on their heist as they got what BDT and Najit was looking for. They managed to get away from the security forces and make it back to Torque's workshop within Dippertown, located within the warehouse sector of Astroplex's Sprawl. Watchers, this is where we'll find out what the party does next. Let us go now, shall we? We find ourselves back within Torque's workshop, as our party has just flown in. From a night mission that was highly successful. Battered, bruised, rammed in this work vehicle with this giant red box container.
All right. Benson, let's Benson talk. I guess both of you perhaps can work on figuring out how to get this thing open without destroying the contents therein. Then we need to try to figure out Benson's ability to duplicate this said object, right? Meanwhile, Molly, you and I think we should clean up this truck and make sure it's, does not look like the one we just flew away from the scene of a crime.
Oh, heck yeah, I'm on it.
Ideas.
Torque,
Yeah, let's do that.
I need a welding arc.
My bad. We painted it such that we could unpaint it. All we need to do is wash it, get it ready. No need
Torque,
for
I
modifications.
need a water arc.
There we go. A hose, I think that's what they call it here.
No, that's not what hose means.
I think you mean penis. I heard that means same thing, right?
Oh, see, I thought it was like female prostitutes.
Yeah, well, in some circles, yes. There are. I guess.
Are we still working? Are you talking about like break time? Are we out?
No, I was trying to get us to work, but
Actually, the hoes in this neighborhood are very hygienic. I've been giving them some checkups and stuff, and they're actually pretty disease-free.
checkups. Huh. Isn't that what got us into this whole situation in the first place?
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Probably not.
So,
All
you guys want to try to get this thing open or whatever? Let's get it up on a
Start
workbench or
washing.
something.
Start washing. Gonna start scrubbing the if we have tires, I'm scrubbing those, or if we have like hovercraft, I'm scrubbing those to get rid of any particulate that could be traced back from where we were.
Yeah, I'm working on the other side, trying to do the same, essentially.
Go ahead, and both of y'all, go ahead and give me athletics.
Mm.
Can I do sleight of hands to be really like thorough?
I'll allow that. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
You
Just out of pure comedy of it, I will roll athletics.
okay? I mean, I will allow survival.
All right. It's a nat 20 for a total of 19.
Okay.
I got a smooth neutral 10 for a total of 14. I think that's the highest Molly's ever rolled.
Yeah. Y'all are pretty confident after about an hour of cleaning this fan. In the meantime, Benson and Port, what are y'all doing within that hour?
Well, we're trying to get this thing open.
Yep. Open the container.
So with that, I will need a Arcanotech skill roll.
I think we both have. Does Torque have pretty decent Arcanotech?
I've got a +6.
Mine is slightly better. So maybe are we both rolling? Is that what you want to happen?
That is up to y'all. If y'all want to combine forces, Team Arcanotech activate, then one of y'all can pick whoever wishes to roll. And
Do they get to roll with advantage?
They do.
Yeah. So Benson can roll.
All right, sweet. So I Torque, I bet, is stronger than me. So we'll they can hoist it up there, and I'll do my best to direct traffic and get her done. Total of 12 plus 7 is 19.
19. You shimmy with the intricate electronics and you figure out the passcode. Rather quickly, both of y'all combined, and do not activate any silent alarms, or as mentioned before, that it only had one level left before it was permanent lockdown and the contents would implode within.
Ooh. And the password was 1234. Dumbasses. Man, so what is this? We got it open. What the heck is it?
You open it up and you see a black container within.
With a teddy bear sitting on top.
It is not.
It's Marcellus Wallace's soul.
No, it is not. It is a obsidian glass, maybe plastic. It is rectangular in shape.
Obsidian shoebox. Does this look like anything obvious?
It looks like a container.
So this is a further. It's gonna be fucking hilarious if there's a container inside this thing.
Is it small where we can take it to the scanner and see what's inside if we x-ray scan, whatever you want to call it?
It would be your scanners or Benson's?
The shop scanners.
The shop scanners. I'm going to say... I mean, it is about the size... I wouldn't say a small car, but I mean, it takes about a quarter of this container. So it's that large.
So I could get it on a diagnostic machine.
Yeah, barely.
Why don't you give me a shot first?
Okay.
I got some fucking techniques. You know what I'm saying?
Use your techniques.
Yeah, that's I like the cut of your jib.
So both of y'all, however, Give me a education roll.
Education roll.
Yeah.
It's a skill under your intelligence.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna call that a 13, sir. I may be a perpetual student. That doesn't mean I was paying attention.
I rolled a 4. It was an orange 4. If that helps.
So, y'all clearly can recognize Strong Arm Industries logo. But it's the way this logo is designed is different. It's off. So Strong Arm Industries basically it's got the whole typical muscle thing going on with the arm, but where the muscle's at is an eyeball. And not like an eyeball like round, but like the eye itself. And then the iris and stuff like that. And there's it almost looks like there's energy waves coming off that eyeball. And Benson, you remember seeing like old like archaic manuscripts and stuff like that from like times past, to like these weird like machines and ads for them that would like the greatest hypnotist, you know, in the world, or this, that, and the other, and that eye symbol with the rays coming off of it is very similar to that.
So this is the hypno bicep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking weird, guy. So, but I don't know what this is, right? Like hypnotic something, right?
Yeah,
That's
I mean, but it just, you can't quite put two and two together. I mean, because, well, first of all, you know for a fact that Strong Arm Industries is military hardware and stuff like that. All of y'all got that information as far as like what the warehouse y'all were going after and stuff like that, and what it was under. As far as Strong Arm Industries goes, I mean, it is military tech. Is what this is.
So, like, can we open this up, this middle thing, or I tell you what, I want to deploy my sensors because I want to peer deeply at this thing. So, I want to, you know, I reach deeply into my pockets and toss the clockwork little thingies up, and they flutter around me and buzz and whir, and I take a D8 or a D4 damage. Fucking 4 damage. All right, so I'm kind of a hurting unit now.
Yeah.
Cause yeah. Anyway, I'm not 100%. So like yeah, he was already kind of like worn out, looking haggard from the operation, and then he pulls these things out and they just suck all of the calories out of his body. But oh yeah, I went up a level. See, maybe I get a couple more hit points, right?
Yeah, you do.
Anyway, so I'm doing that, and now I've got advantage on like investigation checks.
Okay.
And perception checks on stuff like this. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and perceive the fuck out of that thing.
Okay. So go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
All right. Investigation roll at advantage. Survey says total of 21, sir.
So your little Arcanotech devices and whatnot suddenly meld with the weave, and you start to see it's almost like a Rolodex of sorts as you go through the weave, and you're going through files and various documents and this, that, and the other as you try to piece this image to something. And you find it. And all it says is Strong Arm Industries Psychor.
Psychor?
Psychor.
Like the core of Psy dudes.
Like, yeah, psychic.
Fucking scanners.
And there's not a lot of information there.
All right.
It is
could
it's been either highly masked under layers of security, or they just left it out.
So, did I gain any knowledge of the actual device? Like, is it open up further? Is this the device itself, or is this contained?
No. You actually see with the investigation and stuff like that. On top of that, yeah, it is. As far as the container itself, yeah, you easily find it, and it's one of those specialized containers that you could take it to war and shit could blow up around it, this, that, and the other, and it will still be intact.
I mean, I'm not talking about the container that we opened. I mean, like, inside it was this little black box, right?
Yeah, the black obsidian box. It's
that's like an armored container kind of.
Yeah.
Cool. I gotta open that up.
Yeah, you actually find the schematics and whatnot, and dial in on it. And as you do, you hear pressurized seal just, and the smoke from that comes off, and it opens, and sitting on a pedestal in the middle of this black box, as it rotates around, spinning. Nope.
It's a little dude.
Yes, it's a little dude.
It's a man.
Yeah, no. I didn't move that up. There we go. No, you see.
It's a bicep eyeball.
You see a helmet.
Oh. That looks like 4 helmets.
It's spinning around, so you're getting a 3-dimensional view of the helmet.
Gotcha.
So when you all.
So this is some kind of weird psychic helmet. Okay, well, this will be fun. Anybody want to put it on?
Are we putting something on?
I mean, yeah, first and foremost, we need to have at least 2 copies of this. One from
I got to figure out how it works. So
one from Arlo, and if you can get that far, maybe we just, if you want a guinea pig, I'll jump in there.
No. I'm just fucking around, you guys. Give me some time to look at this, and I'll figure it out.
All right. Just let me know what we can do. I mean, granted, I'm of no use in all this technical stuff, but if you need someone to attempt to put it on and see if it fries someone's brain, I guess I, out of this group, are the best option on that one.
No, I mean you're smart in your own way. Pat.
Molly could do it.
So
Yeah, I probably could. Honestly, I've got so much in my system.
So Dave, the story guide.
Yes.
I have this what do you call ability from my class, Arcanotech Studies, that lets me add my proficiency bonus to Arcano checks and take 10 minutes to discern the use and mechanisms of an Arcanotech device. This seems like exactly the kind of situation that thing is for.
Yeah.
Like, can I make an Arcanotech check and spend like 10 minutes looking at this thing and figure out how to use it?
Absolutely.
Or at least take a roll?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna roll, and I get to add my proficiency bonus again to the Arcanotech check, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good that I got that. It's a dirty 20.
Okay.
20 though.
20 though.
Yeah. It's not a natural 20. It's an 11 plus 9. I'm like I'm like fucking around, but I read a lot of books, so.
Suddenly you realize something.
I can sense every mutant on the planet.
This was a joint effort device. It was for Strong Arm Industries, but it was created initially by Viral Stream Productions. Viral Stream Productions is an entertainment mega corporation. And you quickly start to see the different devices or the different components, more like, of this helmet. There is an Arcana link. This allows you to link up to certain Arcana items that you have ownership over, or your teammate or your team has ownership over, and use it for a distance. There is a communications device. This item allows you to speak to one creature of your choice within 1 mile of the location. There is a vision enhancement device. This item will give low light vision to the wearer, allowing them to see shades of green to a distance of 120 feet. And what's most disturbing out of all of that is the last device that is plugged in. A Dominate Suggestion device. This allows you to tap into the minds of others and manipulate their minds.
All right, well that sounds kind of neat, actually. I mean, I'm like intellectually, I'm disturbed, right? Like some part of my brain's like, this should be disturbing to you, and then the rest of my mind's like, but this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. And you see little tabs and whatnot that there's boost powers within that you could do, but you can't quite get past the security of that.
So
to
there's
tap in exactly what those boost powers are.
All right, so maybe people could channel power into this and do some extra shit, but I don't know about that yet. That kind of thing.
More like you can like your Arcana devices themselves that have boost powers, stuff like that. So like you spend more, activation and stuff like that. You can, yeah.
Wow. Okay. So this
either take more damage or actually use your powers themselves to unleash those boost.
Okay.
Components.
Well, this seems like some kind of certainly could be used as a weapon. Like the first bit like lets you kind of like extend the range of powers or make them operate at a distance. Did you say?
Not only that, but yeah. The first three is all about. The First one is all about connecting those components together, the Arcanotech link. And then the other two, the communication device and the vision enhancement, allows you to go beyond the standard dominate suggestion link.
All right. Well, this thing looks pretty complicated. I'm gonna need some tools and some space and some time. Actually, and probably a nap first. Now that I think about it.
Okay. Over there are tools. Over there is a bench you can use, and I have a cot in the corner.
That's all. You could. Oh man, could somebody go get some noodles or some like fried lice or
there's
something?
There's a fridge over there that Molly uses, and there's a coffee pot.
Can I go out and get Torque? Torque, don't you want some fried food? I mean, you don't need it, fried food. Don't you want some grease? Don't your joints need some grease after that hard, difficult Michigan mission? What's Michigan?
I need the protein. Go for the lice.
We could do that. Sure.
I mean, all right. Tell you what, I'm gonna crash. You guys go get some food. Wake me up when you get back.
Sounds like a plan. I am gonna do that. Does everyone want to just like message me their orders?
I'm gonna strangely divert to your expertise in this, as I'm not fully well versed in the street foods of this locale. So
do you have any parasites or anything currently? Because like some of them you gotta have parasites to eat.
I'd like to stay that way. I'd like to stay with zero parasite food, please.
Okay, so foods that you need a parasite to be able to eat, that's off the menu.
Yeah.
At least you don't have to worry about like the parasites fighting, because there are some meals where like it has parasites in it and it'll fight your parasite. Yeah.
Oh,
I spent a whole vacation that was themed around that. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, I've heard about those. Those are great.
Take your word for that. I think, just the safest thing. I think I'll go with, I'm gonna hang out and make sure Benson is safe while he rests, and I'll maybe send a message or two to Arlo, see if they're come out of whatever stupor they've been in for the last couple of days with number 40.
Yeah. Does Arlo have any parasites? Molly's like kind of walking backwards out the door. She's just trying to.
I would probably put money on that one. Yes.
Okay, I'll just do the parasite free one. And the usual for you, Torque. Yeah, I'm off. Be right back, guys.
Are we sure that Molly's gonna be okay out there?
No. But we will rescue her if no. No to both.
Okay. All right.
I am never sure if Molly will be okay, but we rescue her.
That is a fair assessment of the situation. I'll give you that one.
Vincent.
Yes.
You start or go take a nap?
Yeah, I'm aiming for like short rest territory here.
Okay.
I need some hit points, man.
Okay. And with that, you do find the cot that Torque was saying and pass out.
Yeah, go right to it. Just pull the collar of my jacket up and like just sort of hoist it up over my face. Probably the only you can see is like a little bit of white hair poking out the top.
And with that,
and he's out.
When Torque, what are y'all doing?
I'm gonna get out my blowtorch and everything and start breaking down this crate. So if somebody comes in here, they don't find the crate. I'm gonna break it down to smaller pieces, incinerate it, whatever I need to do, whatever I have in here to get rid of evidence. And Benson, before you go to sleep.
Do you,
what? Do you need me to try to replicate the black box so we can put the second helmet in the black box?
Yeah. Like if you want to get started on that, that's totally rad.
I mean, it's a cube. I should be able to do that.
Yeah, knock yourself out. I need some.
Okay, good night. So I get my welding helmet and go in the corner and I start welding stuff until Quinn, I'm so sorry. There's a clean chair right over here. I hide it from Molly and I pull that out and uncover it. And you can sit right here. I'm going to weld and start getting the box together so we can hide the duplicate helmet in it or put the duplicate helmet in it. And if you need anything, this is a clean spot that you can sit in.
No, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Torque. And he's got out this pistol that he found at the scene of their heist, and he's kind of like looking it over with well enough like experience that he recognizes the elements of the weapon, but he's just kind of like looking it over, trying to get a full sense of how it works, what it takes to manipulate. That's basically what he's going to spend the hour on, and I think a big part of that is just him trying to like decompress from the whole, like, he was just in a fight. He was just in danger, probably for one of the first times in his life where people were actually trying to kill him or detain him at least. And so it's just him just kind of like almost meditating as he goes through this weapon, checking the elements of it, making sure it's clean and safe and everything's good and ready to go. And he's got two of them, so it'll just, for the next hour or so, he's just kind of going through these two guns he picked up to make sure everything's on the straight and level.
Yeah. So go ahead and give me investigation roll.
All right, let's choose a strong suit here. D20. That's a 15.
Yeah, it is. Start to familiarize yourself quite well with it, actually. And to the point that with some practice, you're pretty sure that this could be your weapon. You also managed to find the tracking device with that 15. And
Nice.
It has not been activated yet, but you're pretty sure as they go through investigating this morning that it will be activated. So
I think you would. I mean, he himself is not capable of dealing with this device himself, but I think you would point it out to Torque and ask, bring it over. Torque, this little thing right here, if I am correct in what I am looking at, this is a way for them to track this weapon that we took from their persons. Are you able to disable this? And if anyone else took any of these weapons, maybe now that you know what to look for, you'll be able to find it on all their items. Remove that as well.
Oh, let me take a look. Unfortunately, Molly has stolen many objects that have trackers on them, so I do have experience with this because she does not always follow the law, as we know.
Oh, really? That's very surprising to me. I expected Molly to be a very upstanding citizen, to follow the law at all times.
You're so funny. Alrighty. Dave, can I do an investigation check and see if I can remove this?
go ahead and actually no. Use your tool set.
Okay.
Yeah, make an intelligence roll.
tool set.
Yeah. Your workshop itself will give you.
I know. Okay, wait. What does the tool set gain you?
Your proficiency bonus.
So +2. And you
What?
said what?
What
Your
stat
workshop.
are you using? Oh,
Yeah, what stat? Intelligence?
Intelligence. Yep.
My investigation's better than that.
well, it would be your intelligence plus your proficiency, so it should be unless you have something that doubles your investigation, equal to your investigation.
Yeah, see, intelligence plus proficiency is 16, and my investigation is 8 plus 8. And I couldn't tell you why. I'm sure there's something there somewhere.
I'm sure you have something that doubles your investigation roll.
Yeah. I don't know where it is. It's probably somewhere probably in guide or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna say.
It's fine. I mean, whatever.
So you have your tool set. It says tool set, right? On your character sheet.
Let me look.
Be second page, I do believe. No, it'd be first page.
First page?
Yeah, your box.
Nope, I don't have a tool set on there.
Okay, it could be under Arcana Tech then.
I don't think we had it because we were working on my repair tech occupation. It does say my equipment would be a repair and maintenance kit, but it doesn't. That's all it says.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything.
So that's going to give you your plus your modifier.
Okay.
I'm going to say that your workshop itself, with all of the loveliness and whatnot, we'll say that gives you an expertise on your roll, basically.
Okay.
Basically double your proficiency.
Okay. So +4. +2. 2 is my proficiency, so +4.
Yep.
So anything I'm using with my repair and maintenance kit or with my workshop or both?
Both. When you use because it's a combination of both together. You have to be in your workshop to use your tool set to get this bonus. If you're outside and about and you use your repair kit, you're only just going to get a +2.
Okay. So I will say my mechanic kit is mobile, and I'll put that as +2.
Yeah.
Just how I'm wording it. And then my big tools in the workshop are +4.
Yeah. And the engine hoist and this, that, and the other, you're well.
Right. Got it. Okay, so +4. All right, so what were we rolling? Intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah. Intelligence modifier.
Okay. Okay, +4. Where's my dice? Okay.
And before you roll that roll, you had mentioned Molly. And you had mentioned about the way Molly does things. And
Yes, she's the most upstanding citizen in the group.
yeah. I'm going to say that you have done this before,
Okay.
which you have clearly stated that you have. So I'm going to allow you to have advantage on this dice roll.
Awesome. I keep losing my dice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, easily enough, as you bypass the security device. And sure enough, you had mere minutes before it was going to go off. Go ahead, Quinn, and give me a perception roll.
That would be a 21.
As you're like watching Fort do this, see the van on the other side of this workstation. The doors are still open. And laying right there in the cargo bay is another one of these pistols.
Talk. I got one more here. This may have been one someone else picked up. I'm gonna just guess maybe Molly picked this one up. But could you do the same on this one too?
Yeah, sure. Hand it here.
Dork, you know you have not very long to diffuse it.
Okay.
Got it. I mean, if there's anything I can do to help, not that I know what the hell I'm doing, but I would be happy to help.
I rolled a 19 for that one.
Sure enough, within a few seconds, you diffuse it.
All right, just show off. That's all right. It's good. I like it.
Can you check the van to see if Molly has left anything else behind?
I mean, somehow there's a few gum wrappers in here. There's, I think a leftover of something she was smoking. There's a half-used needle. How does she get through all this in that short time?
And with that, speaking of Molly, we find ourselves out and about. Within the very streets of the Sprawl, and particularly Town, which is located on the south side of Astroplex, and is a community that was built out of the leftover shipping containers, barrels, crates, and whatever else was discarded from the shipping industry. One-of-a-kind dive bars, pubs, fight clubs, and entertainment dens can be found here. All of which are populated by independent pilots and their crews, warehouse workers, the nobodies and lowlives that stumble into this place and call it home. This is also the place to find those not so legal items and black market goods in general, and information on what is what and who is who, and it's traded like trading cards. Unlike Cinderport, which is another great hub of trade, this area is kept away from prying eyes of the authorities, which is why Molly chose this spot for Torque's workshop.
It's nighttime still, right?
Coming early morning, actually.
Early morning. Molly loves early morning here. It's kind of at that point where like things are a tiny bit quieter than usual, so you can hear just like the sounds of this makeshift part of the city that you wouldn't hear normally. Over the music coming out of the bars and the laughing of people. Right now she can just hear like the quiet buzz of electricity against the shipping containers, and she can hear like a baby crying somewhere, but it's kind of like that baby cry where they're just like crying out for like food. It's not like distress. It shows that this area, as run down as it seems, is still like very vibrant. It's got a lot of people in it. It's got a lot of families in it. And I think for that reason, Molly goes to her favorite food stand, which is run by a local family who is probably also from the depths. like she is. And she orders her usual, which is ratwurst on a roll.
Yeah.
She orders a couple gutworm tamales, and for the least, I've got this all written down. And for the least wormy, parasitic stuff she can think of, she gets century fried spam for her elf friend, and then Torque's usual, which is a extra large, twice purified motor oil with crushed carbon.
The owner, being the kobold, looks at you. He's probably about middle-aged, and his wife back in the back cooking up a storm. Molly, anything else you want?
Nothing tonight. We're just doing some late night work and need some protein to keep up the old energy. How are you guys doing?
He looks out. Molly, it's almost morning time.
Yeah, I said it was late, didn't I?
You did. It's going well. It is. We are selling pretty good. We still need some stuff down below. We're running out of supplies, and things are not trickling up as we'd like to. I heard there's a food riot or something down there.
Oh Lord, like in the depths?
Yeah.
That's not great. Do you know who's like causing it? Like who's choking them out?
I heard something about the ratkin, or up to their old tricks against BDT.
I mean, I guess the ratkin, they always had kind of a balance. It's weird.
I don't. I like I said, I'm
But
trying.
of course.
What?
It's tough to get news or info about it when we're up here, and
True.
it's tough to get non-biased news.
I mean, I've got some synthetic stuff, but I really don't want to use it because it always tastes like plastic and rubber.
Oh, you know what? What are you running low on? Because if you're running low on the ratwurst, you can totally use the synthetic stuff in there. I can just give it. That stuff's parasite free, right?
Yeah.
Oh, be serious with me. Come on.
What? It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me insight.
Scrib. Yeah.
Scrib. Yeah. I mean, Scrib can be shady. Scrib can be, unpredictable. But
I mean, he said it himself. Like food supplies running low. Chains kind of.
Yeah. But I mean, with the 10, he's pretty honest.
Okay.
But it's just one of those ideas that, yeah, like you said, food's running low, whatnot, and particularly the rats, and bringing up the ratkin might be the problem of why they don't have that supply coming in.
Right.
And yeah.
Well, you know what? Use the artificial ratwurst on me.
You sure?
Look, if you said there's no parasites, I'm gonna trust you for now, but I am taking fecal samples of whoever's eating it. So if there are parasites in there, I expect some free drinks.
Give me either your present roll or intimidation.
I can do either. They're about the same. Oh, that's a 17, which is +2, so that's a 19.
Which one are you choosing?
Presence. She's not really trying to strong arm him.
No. I mean, it's all good. It's all good, Molly. We got each other. You like my food.
Okay, yeah.
I like cooking food.
Yeah. Oh, have you heard anything about my my wife?
So he leans over. So in this whole mess with the Ratkin and BDT, I heard something that she might be involved. Something about more territory. Something about expansion.
She always, God damn it, she always has her eye so far on the horizon.
Doesn't she have multiple eyes?
Well, her main eye.
Oh, okay.
You know, like a lot of them are just periphery.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, look, your stuff's ready.
Thanks, Scrib. Let me know. Look, let me know if your wife needs any additional care. I know with the little ones coming along, she might need some checkups. It's pretty expensive at the clinic. Just send her down to the shop if she needs anything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, stay healthy. Things will look up.
You too.
Bye, Scrib.
Bye.
Molly's like laden with all this food.
Where do you go?
I mean, probably she starts heading back to the shop. She's got a lot of food, so she doesn't want it to get cold, even though, you know, some of them get better as they get cold. I think she snags something from a news station.
Mm-hmm.
From like a news stand. Partially for the newspaper, because it's always good to have newspaper to mop up oil around the shop, but also to see if there's any news of the heist, anything additional going on in the depths. And she heads back to the shop.
Okay. And with that, we don't necessarily turn our attention to Torque and Quinn. Instead, turn our attention to Benson. Benson, are we dreaming? Or are we thinking about stuff in general?
I think he's in a deep, thoughtless sleep. No thought, like no consciousness is there. He's like a rock slowly cooling under his armored trench coat.
Mm-hmm.
He's completely decompressing from the most action he's had in years, and is trying to regain his composure.
Okay. And with that, time passes for you. And mechanic-wise, take a short rest.
Yay! So, yeah, I guess that's similar to your sort of D&D style.
Until we change it. Yes. It will
okay.
So, for now, it will be that.
So I can spend up to all of my hit dice.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna spend 2. Yeah. I did that right. All right. Well, I got 6 more. I think I'm probably all right. And like, if our hit points go up when we level up, that'll give me a few more as well. Maybe I get those back in my sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I Benson, I said he was sleeping like a rock, but I think, you know, one of the things that's happened to him recently is that his his mind has been opened a little bit. Maybe it's the reading he's been doing about the esoteric arts, or maybe it's just all of the yearning he's felt when he's reached across the room and not been able to get at his snack without getting up. But something has twisted in his mind, and he now has somehow the ability to push things around just by thinking about it. So I think even though he's sleeping like a rock under the coat, I think he's unconsciously levitating the heavy weight of his armored jacket off of his body. It forms a sort of protective shell around him as he's cocooned underneath it.
Yeah. Eventually, you hear Molly yelling about food's ready, so on and so forth, and you come to, and with food and the like, watchers, we're going to take a small break, about 15 minutes. So, while Molly feeds the crew, please feed yourself. Get something to drink. Take a bio break. Or whatever you desire. But come back in 15 minutes as we continue the story of Astroplex, the Spire, and Sprawl. See you soon, watchers.
If you are enjoying our content, please consider supporting us through Patreon. Patrons get access to videos early, as well as digital content easily imported into your own game or campaign. Every bit of support helps us grow as a channel. Do you enjoy watching a live game? Do you have Amazon Prime? Please consider subscribing using your Prime sub on twitch.tv/thexpguild. This is a free and easy way to support the channel. Finally, if you do enjoy this content and know others who might, tell your friends and family about the XP Guild.
Thank you so much, guys, for joining us for yet another XP Guild show. If you are enjoying this, please do us a favor, click like, subscribe, hit the bell notification if you want to be notified when our next show goes live. Feel free to drop us a comment. We'd love to hear from you guys, hear your thoughts on the show, or anything else you want to talk about. I'd like to take a quick moment to say thank you to our friends over at Hero Forge, a Sky Castle LLC product. We are not sponsored by them, but if you're looking for great custom miniatures, check out HeroForge.com. They've been so kind to let us use their art, as many of the miniatures and artwork that we use come from their website with their permission. However, they have not reviewed our content, and so what we do does not necessarily represent their views or beliefs. Again, thank you to Hero Forge.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, let's get back to the show.
And with that, Molly returns back with the food.
Hey guys. You said you wanted some protein, so I got some gutworm tamales. Those are really fantastic. And then for you, Quinn, I thought some century fried spam would probably be to your taste. It's, a century old, so it's tough to get any parasites in there, Anything in there would be dead. And then the motor oil for Torque once I get out of the bathroom.
I appreciate that. It looks edible. Very good run, Molly. Thank you.
Thank you.
You'd think that would guarantee that it was dead being that old, but I've eaten some things like that are pretty lively even after a few thousand years. It just depends on what the species has evolved, their life cycle.
Yeah, it really also depends on what the canned meat came from.
Yeah, you know what? Did you happen to get a look at the can? How much radiation do you think that thing took?
Oh, I don't think there was a can. No, I think they just kind of grind up whatever scraps they have left over and put it in the shape.
Oh shit! Artisanal, bespoke spam.
Artisanal, yep.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this meal.
Really making this sound so appetizing. How can one pass up?
I also have some imitation ratwurst, so there's 100% no rat in it.
No, I'll try this.
And with that, as everybody eats and chows down or whatever, takes bits and pieces, I need everybody to where it is not a matter of being poisoned, but it could be.
I have advantage since I really enjoy this food anyway.
Why do we continue to eat food in games that you run, Dave? Good Lord, what's wrong with us?
So the way this mechanic works is that basically 10 is an average tasting meal, so on and so forth. If you roll above that, then it's great. If you roll a 20, it is so good that you are addicted. If you roll a 1, yep, it is not great at all. So with that, please give me a Constitution saving throw from each and every one of y'all.
Okay.
And I'll allow Molly, since she has been in the neighborhood and has ordered from this guy often, to have advantage.
Okay.
Molly, this is actually damn tasty. Like, I can see this is like a, you've been out all night, you've been drinking a lot. It's got like the right level of grease and whatever they call for protein in here.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what it is,
You don't.
but you know what? I'll give you that. It's pretty damn good. I might have to try this again, as I got a 19 on the die for a total of 22.
Holy cow!
Yeah, I mean it is. Yeah. What did Benson get, Molly? What did you give Benson?
Oh, I think that he could have had the century fried spam or the tamales. I got a lot of the tamales because Molly likes to eat them cold. She was like leftovers.
What kind of tamales were they?
Oh, they were gut worm.
Okay. Benson?
Yeah. So you know what? I absolutely had some of what Quinn had, and it was fucking delicious. And I had some of basically what everybody else had, and it's great. This guy cooks exactly like this dude that I knew up in orbit. You made this most amazing bug paste. You used to catch them up from in between the decks, and it tasted exactly like this. It's like the best thing I've ever had. I rolled a 19 plus 1.
That's so great. Molly rolled a 12. She's like, she got the imitation ratwurst, so obviously it's not like the great. Like it's good. Of course it's good. Like it was cooked on all that residual grease from every other meal, so it's tasty. And she's like, it's pretty good. It's kind of weird that it's clear, but
Oh, you got the gelatin layer.
Yeah, I did.
Normally
Maybe that's why it's
poison,
imitation.
But they
Maybe that's why
probably, since it's imitation, you're all right.
Yeah. Pretty good, though. Pretty good. So, Benson, were you able to figure out what the helmet does?
Yeah, I mean, it does a bunch of rad Black Ops shit, enhances your senses, and it lets you kind of tap into arcanotech stuff around you, and make it operated at a distance. This seems like something that could be pretty powerful. Shit, there was one other thing. All I can think about is that bug paste.
It's okay.
Dave, the story guide. What was the other thing?
It was. Let me go to thing, and you said what?
It enhances your senses, and you can link up arcanotech devices and make them operate at distance.
Yeah. Well, the main thing, that all of that is linked to is the dominate suggestion.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That was the graddest thing ever. And Dave, if I understand that correctly, you can impose your will on other people if you're wearing this helmet, right?
Not only that, but from great distances.
Oh, so I could like across the weave start implanting suggestions in people's head, that kind of thing.
And what not only that, but not only you figured out the other company that was part of this creation, Spiral Stream Productions.
Oh yeah, I'm not exactly a media guy, but I've heard of them. So yeah, I'll let everybody know about all that. So yeah, I don't know how the heck I'm gonna duplicate this stuff. That's the next problem. But yeah, this is some badass tech. I'm interested to take it apart and figure out how it works.
Can you at least modulate some of the effects? Figure out how to replicate it to a lesser extent, a knockoff.
Well, I'm gonna do my best. That's what you hired me for. But just woke up from a nap and I just had this nice meal. I mean, I don't know. Just have a smoke, drink a cup. We'll get to it. It's gonna take a minute.
Yeah. Oh, Torque, here's your drink.
Okay.
I came back when you were taking your oil leak.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, Molly, Torque managed to remove the tracking device from this here pistol you left in the van. So it should be good to go now. without anyone finding where we are.
Oh, awesome. Good job finding that, guys.
Work. Do you drink it immediately?
No. I put it down and keep working.
Okay. You have now, it's been a little over an hour now, and you have pretty much disassembled majority of these boxes
Great.
to the point that they're small enough that can easily be put either away or hidden or...
Okay. So I'll start putting all that away and then start figuring out what I have that I can make the new black box out of.
Okay.
Hot glue, duct tape, whatever.
Not good. But yeah. Go ahead and give me an investigation roll.
A little bit of spirit gum, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Investigation roll.
Here, you can use a bit of my my imitation ratwurst. This stuff gets pretty sticky if you leave it out.
I 21.
I mean, this is tough. I mean, these are state-of-the-art boxes. Are not so much the actual crate itself that it came in, the big shipping crate, but this black box.
Right. The obsidian box. Sure.
Yeah. You think you can get close, but it's not going to be the exact replica. And under a careful eye, they will clearly know that it's not.
Okay. So I'll try to make the box, and then when we get to paint, fit, and finish, we'll see if we can spruce it up more and make it,
Okay.
better.
So go ahead and give me that tools check then.
Okay. $23.
Yeah.
Better.
You're pretty sure that for all those that are looking, what is y'all's passive perceptions?
As everybody goes, I don't know.
13.
10 plus your, modifier.
Yeah. It's a big fat 11, baby.
I mean, it looks identical to the box that y'all originally have of what Port has created. It's now been about 3 hours now since Benzian woke up from his nap.
So it's who? Who are you?
Benson.
What did you do with Benson?
Yeah, Benson woke up from his nap and Molly brought back food. So it's getting on in the day. As far as, I mean, it's almost, I wouldn't say quite lunchtime. It's probably about 10-ish.
So, I got a question here. We have some time to duplicate this, right? I don't have to have this done by like tomorrow morning.
I mean, the sooner the better, of course, because the longer it's sitting in our hands, the more that Molly's benefactor, we'll call it that, will be stressing about the return of the product that they desired, and the longer for Arlo as well. However, I'd rather it be done right than all messed up. So
I had a thought, Dave, about how to do this. Like, I don't know how you feel about this mechanic, but other D20 systems, like if you have a bunch of time, like if you take your time, make sure you don't mess anything up. You
Exactly
take it,
where
like,
you're going.
Take 10.
Yep.
Like, could I like not roll, just take a 10 and plus my bonus and just take that? I mean, because I'm pretty fucking good at this, especially if I got a shop that I can work in.
I'm gonna say it's gonna take a full day.
So if we have a full day, I mean, like, I'm gonna lay that out for everybody. I'm like, I can
12 hours.
100% do this. It's gonna take me like all day. I can get that done. You know what? If we want to have multiple copies of this, I don't know what your plan is. Let me make one, and then you can give the original back or whatever the fuck we're gonna do with it. And I'll make a duplicate based on the next one. I think I can figure this out. I'll drop some plans while I'm doing it.
That sounds
Can I-
about perfect.
Can I give the help action? Because I would be right there giving him the tools and everything that he needs. So if he needs any rolls, I'm there to help.
Yeah. That will. I kind of already factored that in
Okay.
with that 12 because it's your shop. You'd be naturally working with them and stuff like that. So
So this is this is an Arcanotech goal, right?
it is.
Yeah.
So that would be you're going to have advantage because you're in this environment.
So I get +2 bonus when I'm making checks using equipment and tools because my engineering
Yeah, well, you're gonna-
specialty.
also
so-
have a +4 because you're in a workshop.
All right, so it's not just like I'm good no matter what kind of tools, but these are like good ass tools.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's like a total of +6.
Yeah.
But then I add my actual Arcanotech bonus.
Mhm.
And so am I gonna roll, or are you gonna let me just take 10?
So this is a very highly.
I mean, I got advantage, right? If I got help, so
Yeah.
you know, I'm not mad no matter what you want to do with it. I'm just trying to
what
take.
this roll is going to determine. So we already determined it's going to take 12 hours. What this roll
Yeah.
is going to determine is if you can do it in less time.
All right, maybe I'll finish up quicker.
And if you roll a 1, sometimes you can roll double ones or whatnot.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna it's too complicated to do it in one day.
All right. So I'm rolling an advantage here, and the friggin' forces are aligning because I got a +13.
Mm-hmm.
My total is 26, Dave.
25 is what you needed.
Oh fuck, a gas.
You finish in record-breaking time. Not only that, y'all finish within half the time period. So instead of 12 hours, it takes y'all 6 hours.
It was the fried lice, you guys.
Definitely.
I'm stoked.
And
My mind is perfectly clear of any moral reservations about the possible use of this technology. I'm just breezing through it.
yeah. You and Torque have realized, though, that you're kind of glad that you didn't let somebody try this helmet first.
Oh yeah.
Once it had turned on, it would have set a series of security devices. And it's not so much to prevent the person from using it, it was to alert someone.
Oh. Wow. So yeah, can we figure out who that is?
I will need a education roll.
Oh, education. All right. Well, no, fuck, 7 total.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's like a 19 then, buddy.
Anybody else would like to roll? Please feel free to.
Molly's gonna wake up from the nap she's been taking and be like, well, who talking to them? And she's gonna roll.
If this is like something you learn in anywhere like 5th grade to high school, I don't know it. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, wow, that's a really big gap.
but I've got like 3 PhDs.
That is a 17 plus 2 plus 2.
Okay.
I got a 19 without my shop bonus.
So
Oh, yeah,
far,
I
we
did
got
All right, 19, 19, 19.
Yeah, so far we got 319. It's
We all know the same exact, almost correct info.
Quinn has no idea.
We're all
Yeah.
like synced up. We're all like
We're all
three.
in like a weird Mandela effect thing. Like, no, I think it's like, didn't they always spell Fruit Loops with 2 O's?
In fact, I think as time goes on, Quinn's not even like, he's not really paying attention to what they're doing. He has no idea what the things that they're trying to work on are.
Yeah.
That's not his thing. He would probably, honestly, being an elf and being able to take 4 hours to take a long rest, you would probably just pass the hell out for a little while.
Yeah.
And then when he did finally wake up and see them still working on all this craziness, he would probably reach out to Lois Maxwell, his secretary, just to see, check on messages and stuff and see if she had any information, because he had asked her to try to get the contact info for Lord Miles Stevens and see if she had any of that info.
It rings out. The little vid screen comes up, and you see the office. You see Lois. Yes, Quinn.
Ah, there's my beautiful secretary. Lois, how you doing, my love?
Good, good. It is, almost time to get off work.
Is it now? Well, it's been a long day of work here as well. Any messages I need to know about? Any information you've gathered for me from, various things I've asked about?
I do have a location for you, Quinn.
All right. I like what you're saying.
Beyond that, there has been no response back from him. I have left multiple messages and the like, and nothing.
Well, ain't that a shame? We'll have to check in and see what's going on with him. Where can I find this Lord?
He is within the Spire itself, and it was quite interesting. I had thought that he would be in a higher district, but he is in the Plorsic district, within the Upper Hill Heights area.
Borsec District, Upper Hill Heights?
Yes.
Yeah, maybe it's not as lucrative a lord as he tried to pretend he is.
With your knowledge of the Spire, you know that it is the mega neighborhood directly under Neo Draconis, which is the all-elven district above that. Forsyth, however, is a mega neighborhood and is considered the last area that you would cross before entering the factory district. Upper Hills Heights is located closest to Neo Draconis, and it's comfortable, but it's mostly for upper middle class people.
All right. Well, I appreciate it, Lois. You know what, dear? Since there doesn't seem to be too much going on right now, why don't you shove off and go have yourself a nice meal? Maybe meet up with one of your gentlemen suitors that you undoubtedly have plenty of.
She smiles and says, "Oh, Quinn, You flatter me so, but alas, I must go tend to my cat.
I'd say I'd hope that's a euphemism, but knowing you, it probably is not.
Farewell, Quinn.
Farewell, my love.
And she logs off.
All right. Kind of go out, see the rest of the group working still hard, and he's looking all bright-eyed and like fully refreshed now. Well, how's everything going, all?
Well, you're looking good. Gosh, that century fried spam really perked you up.
You know, it had me in a good place. I got a little bit of a rest, and I'm feeling like a new Quinn. Got some info about someone who owes his money, and other than that, everything's good. I think we're gonna have everything wrapped up. You guys look like you made some inroads here, and we're gonna have this all situated, done. We'll get some extra money, and get hopefully Molly's death warrant off of their back.
That would be nice.
I mean, I don't know. It's something about like we went into a place, we got shot at, we shot at people, got the thing, we got out. It's like invigorating something. It's like a fresh shot of espresso after a long night of partying. You know, you just all of a sudden you feel alive again.
Hey, well, I'm glad you're really taking to this very, very quite quickly.
You'd think it was far off the family business, but the more I learn about the family business, the less I know, less I think that this is all that far away from how we got things established.
Well, the family business. You mean not everyone was in celebrity management?
Oh, well, you know, the managing of some celebrities and those they deal with often, from what I've heard along this grapevine here, is not always as smooth as one would think. Every now and then you gotta use some persuasive skills to acquire or to, acquire the best contracts.
What's your passive perception, Quinn?
15.
You see Benson working on schematics, writing stuff down. And a name that Benson wrote down looks very familiar. Viral Stream Productions.
All right, and what does this trigger in Quinn's mind as far as that goes?
They are a mega corporation that deals with entertainment. It is not necessarily the Universal Championship Sports League per se, but they do all the streaming, all the media, everything that you could possibly imagine that gets out to the masses. Your father has shares in that company.
That is interesting. What would a production company have use of such a device? Benson, or Torque, or anyone who understands exactly what this weird hat does?
I mean, off the top of my head, because you asked,
Of course, your expertise is always wanted.
it sounds like a way to rig races.
Okay.
You got someone in the lead and someone else is trying to come up behind them. take control of him from a distance, force him to fall back or slam into his competitors. Bam! Suddenly you've got a clean finish.
You know,
All
for
right.
a fact that Viral not only does sports, but they do all media.
And they do have the contracts for the sports, but they also have for all the major stars out there and all media sources. They control the weave ways. Anything you want to take in with your eyes or ears out there, their domain.
You do also know that Starborn Studios does like movie and TV and celebrity stuff, but Star Virtual Stream, they got to go through a virtual stream to get it out.
All right, well, that's an interesting name. I was not expecting to see that on this device, but we'll have to look into this issue here. Perhaps, I mean, y'all just in it for the money, right? Right? Survival money.
Are you talking to me, man? I had my head in looking at this helmet.
No, you're doing beautiful. You're doing wonderful, Ben.
But yeah,
Benson.
I totally am in it for the money, please.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if you guys have paid me yet, but look how fucking cool I am.
you're very cool, and I think you're surprisingly worth every dime that Torque had promised you. I'm just laying it out there. I mean, we need this for Molly's survival. Arlo had a monetary denotion and I guess a pride slash street cred thing situated with this. And the rest of us just in this to try to accumulate whatever else we need from this. So, I'm just checking. How bad is this thing, do we think?
I mean, if I can mention something.
Please.
From what Benson has told me about what this is capable of, I do not want this in its full capacity to fall into the hands of BDT. This ability to control people from a distance and interfere with arcanotech, I mean, you can basically make anyone assassinate anyone else from a distance. You could disrupt politics at all levels.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see how you'd not like it. I'm surprised you thought of that level. I was thinking, maybe he'd make you actually care about the person you pledged your life with. But I
do care about her. It's difficult because they are fundamentally not like us, and therefore they don't experience emotion in the same way as us. So what to us might be a genocide, to them is survival of the fittest. It's not necessarily... It is evil, but it's not necessarily cruel.
Gotcha. Just to clarify, just to check, you're talking about your father-in-law and not your spouse?
I can talk about both of them. I think he's a little more than her. She's very much her father's daughter.
Fair enough. That tracks, I'm sure. All right. So hopefully, Benson, you can make something that's maybe has some flaws or some way that we could, limit the power of this thing. And it's just a prototype, so it's not our fault it doesn't work up to capacity, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We see about that. I give it a shot. I mean, I pretty much we got like a copy of the full deal. So there's like, we got a full potency one right here.
All right. Well, do your best. Do your best. And I've got an address here that I can go to check in on. I guess I could wait here until you're all done, or I could go and check in without you, or someone come with me if they wanted while you're still working.
Well, once we get the helmet situation done, what is our next move? Do you have another race or anything lined up? Maybe you could check on something like that?
I mean, I would love to. I could definitely look into that. I was going to go check in on the guy who hired us for the last race about his car and see about him actually paying what he owes us. I gotta also find out what the hell's going on with Arlo. I think, I mean, I'm not one to deny one their carnal pleasures, but there's a certain point where that goes from, carnal pleasures to tantric overboard. So I gotta look into that. All right, well, if you guys are set here, then I think I've got an address to go check in on. And,
You want someone to come with you?
Maybe you should take Molly so she's not here.
out of your way, gotcha. I mean, I need someone to keep an eye on me and make sure that no one comes up behind me. You up for that, Molly?
Oh, heck
Can you,
yeah, I am.
Taser pistol you got there? That's yeah. We're gonna go see a Lord Miles Stevens. Surprisingly enough, resides in the Upper Hill Heights. You can kind of definitely detect like a tone of like kind of disappointment or disapproval in Quinn's voice as he says the location of.
The Upper Hill Heights. It might as well be the slums, am I right?
It's sadly true, but
Molly's being dead sarcastic.
I guess they give
Her tone
anyone
is
a
completely
lordling these
unbelievable.
days, right?
Oh, yeah.
And with that, y'all head out. Stuart, Vincent, y'all finished
Yes.
the actual second helmet within record time. And now, through Quinn's instructions, you'll have to make a lesser version of what y'all created.
Benson, did you want to try on a helmet and see how it worked?
No, I'm more of a like theoretician. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
don't-
not sure that any of us should really put this on.
Would it affect me? I don't know if it would work with me.
With the combined effort of what y'all have done within this amount of time period, it is not a matter of working with you. It is a matter of you're pretty sure it will activate, and then those security measures and whatnot will activate after that.
All right. I was thinking, since it does control people, maybe we could control Molly and get some of her bad habits out of the way. But if that is dangerous, I understand the hesitation.
I mean, so what did you want me to do? Oh, shit, I don't know why I'm so mad at you. What did you want me to make this like you? Like, what limitation did you want me to put into this?
I'm not sure. What can we put in it that won't get too suspicious? We want to be sure it's
So-
not as powerful.
So y'all know for a fact that it's got an Arcano link in it that links all the 3 different chips together. The 3 chips that are in there right now are the communications device that allows you to speak with one creature up to a mile, the vision enhancement, which allows you to see creatures that are not necessarily hit or basically hidden in low light or various things of that nature up to 120 feet away. And then the most important one, the one that brings everything together, which is the Dominate Suggestion chip, that allows you to tap in the minds of others within that range that the other 2 devices give you.
Yeah.
And be able
So if
to
we
manipulate their minds.
So if we disable the mind chip, the other 2 aren't that bad.
What if we just make it really weak? Can I just like make it shitty so that everybody like gets advantage to resist it or something?
There you go.
Absolutely.
I'll just dial it way back so that like it just doesn't work that well.
You need
Still
to make
does
like
everything,
the
but
Timu knockoff. It's the overseas knockoff from that other town, Timolandia.
With that, you know for a fact that it's still going to take y'all not as long as the initial component, but it's still going to take you 6 hours to replicate.
Oh, I think it's time for some more bug paste, you guys.
I believe Molly has some in the fridge over there. There might even be some without mold in it.
Well, I mean, the mold is okay. You can scrape that off and vape it.
You are welcome
Well,
to
I
anything
mean,
in there.
I mean, theoretically, you could. I'm going to, so there won't be any left. But like next time, you get to try.
Oh, okay.
And with that, y'all begin working on the new helmet. The third, the lesser version of such.
We start telling each other really bad engineering jokes. Get us through the time.
I think like Benson is starting to sort of lean into his new powers, and so he's kind of slouched over, legs crisscrossed, sitting about a foot off the chair, hanging in the air, using his telekinetic powers of flight, and he's got all the components hanging in the air in front of him. He's got the helmet sort of rotating slowly in front of him as he sort of works on it piece by piece.
And with that, we fade out of Torque's workshop. And turn our attention Gwen and Molly. Several hours have passed. And y'all have made it to the location of who were you seeking exactly, Gwen?
Well, this looks like the address of Lord Miles Stevens. He owes us money from the last race, so hopefully he's there and intact, and we can gather it. Though, judging by the slum he lives in, I'm not sure he can really afford our services.
It is, to you, Molly, incredible. It is done of what would be called the ancient architecture, because those watching would be called the Victorian era. It is a 3-story house with towers throughout. The place actually has foliage, as it has a little garden in the front, and you see a picket fence in the back, the tree out of all things. And you know for a fact that that being in the Spire itself is rare. Well, I wouldn't say rare. You know, the further it gets up, you go up the Spire, the more lavish it gets. But definitely in the depths is unheard of.
Why'd they put those pieces of paper on that tree? Is that like a rich person thing?
He's trying to look like it, yeah. But it's alright. We'll sort him out here soon.
How'd they make it look like they were grown out of the sticks?
It's okay, Molly. Let's check in on him, and we'll see.
Okay.
Maybe he's willing to gift you the tree, or if he doesn't want to play ball, maybe we'll just burn the tree down.
Yeah. With all that paper on it, it's gonna be super flammable.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna walk up. Actually, Molly, perhaps we should go around the backside and just see if there's a easily accessible way in there. You good with opening things that maybe don't belong to you?
Molly's already at the gate.
You're right. I'm sorry I ever doubted. And I'll
Say
follow.
less.
So go ahead and give me your lockpicks and dexterity roll.
Yes, sir. You mean like just the lock picking
Yep.
roll? Okay. Ooh, that's a 6 plus 4, so that's a straight 10. Is this, wait a minute. Would a lock be considered a simple mechanical item?
It would.
And is it powered by electricity? Do they have electrical locks here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Molly kind of flubs her picking check. She's like, oh, wait a minute. She just like pokes it and uses her power to turn it off.
And you see basically the red lights turn green, and you hear the unlocking of the gate itself.
Ladies first, Quinn.
I'm not sure how to take that one, but since I'll go first. And I'll head in, kind of keeping an eye out, trying to see if I see any sign of Lord Miles, or like any sign of how long it's been since he might have been here. Is he home? Is there some sort of defense system here in the house, like an alarm system that he'll have Molly take a look at or whatever?
Yeah, give me an I mean, are you just eyeballing it, or are you actually checking?
Probably eyeballing. He's better at like just spotting things and picking up things than he is at like delving into it.
Yeah, so give me a perception roll then.
Alrighty. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. All right. Wow. It's liking me today. That's a dirty 20.
First thing that you spot that's odd is the manicured lawn has been disturbed. And you're pretty sure that's heavy footprints. And there is maybe, definitely 2 sets, but maybe more.
Is there like a recency to this, or roll maybe a survival to see if I can pick that up?
Yeah, give me investigation.
Okay, investigation, not survival. That would be a 16.
They're definitely leading away from the house. And they're definitely, I mean, the size of the footprints, as well as the indentation of the footprints, definitely leads it to be not human. Definitely a bigger race, definitely bigger species. And
Best time to lose all volume and sound.
I mean, in
Size
deep
and
thought,
indenture definitely leads them to be.
in that deep thought, you know,
Yeah.
of studying that. I mean, you definitely can tell that they are not human. They're of a more thicker, taller species, heavy set and whatnot. And the footprints seem to be leading away, like where y'all came in, they're leading out that way. And the closer you get to the porch, the back porch, you start to see the scuffling or scuffles or, you know, scuff marks and stuff like that on, you know, paint chips and this, that, and the other. It seems that there was a struggle and then nothing. And then footprints going away.
Well, Molly, good news, bad news.
What's the bad news? Molly pops out. She's been in like the coat closet.
It seems. Yeah.
You are still outside, by the way.
Yeah. It seems that our Lord was more than likely dragged away from here by at least one, if not more, large creatures. The good news is this house probably is empty, and we should be able to extract whatever payment we deem necessary out of the contents therein, if this place has anything worth anything. But I'm sure that is what you are most adept at, right?
Oh, heck yes, I am. Let's go
Why
look
don't
at their medicine cabinet.
I was hoping for something more tangible, but you know what? You lead the way. I'm going to defer to your expertise in this situation.
I mean, you've got the eye for fine goods, so if you see anything that you would envision as having good resale value, quality of leather, I don't know.
What do we do?
I think we're going to try to break into the actual house itself and look for valuables of sorts.
First thing you notice right off the bat, the electronic door lock is broken.
Well, that makes it easy.
And as you swing open the door, the entire house has been ransacked. Things have been broken. And there has definitely been a fight within.
Dave, with my subclass being smuggler,
Yeah.
Would I have any sort of advantage in trying to find a little hidey hole that a rich person might have to hide their valuables?
I'll give you advantage on investigation.
And I think Quinn's just going to be kind of like wandering through, looking at various items, seeing if there's maybe something of value or something here that was left behind, thinking that whoever's coming to abduct him is more looking for him and maybe something in particular versus everything of value in this house. I don't know whether that's a streets roll or perception, just looking around, or whatever you think. But
Let's say perception. Let's do perception.
That was a 15 on the dice, which is a 19 overall.
You find a lockbox upstairs,
Woo!
hidden away. Unfortunately, the lockbox has been opened. But you do find documents. The documents are debts
Ooh.
to various people, to various this, that, and the other. And one name that often is seen on these documents is the Carnivore Collective.
Oh.
Quinn, what was that roll you rolled?
Oh, it was not great. I did not spot. I mean, all this stuff is kind of second-rate knockoff wannabe of importance. And with a 7, I don't think I spotted anything Quinn thought was worth his time to stop and get.
He's just getting more and more disgusted by all these knockoffs. He's like, this isn't even actually quality leather. Look at this. It's got a plastic backing.
What do you do with that information, Molly?
Carnivore Collective. I know that BDT might not be very well known outside of the depths, but as a kind of loan sharky sounding organization, would I have heard about them from my wife?
Give me... I'm going to say, give me a streets roll.
The streets. Excellent.
I'm fairly skilled with streets. If they pass this along, could I have helped Molly with what little I know of the streets?
Here's my
Definitely.
question. Here's my question to Molly.
Mhm.
First thing, what was the roll that you rolled?
It was a 17 overall, 14 on the dice.
Okay. And the second question, did you pass this information over to Quinn?
I think, definitely. I think that the fact that the lockbox was broken open, was it broken open, or was it like unlocked, like open?
It was unlocked.
Okay, so I think that the fact that it was unlocked maybe indicates some amount of intentionality, I guess. Like someone had a key to open it, and even though they might have ransacked the area to find it, they didn't break the locks. So there's obviously something that's like very intentional. And I think that where'd my brain go? I think that by showing that to Quinn, she'd be able to point out like, hey, this is really weird.
When
Yep.
when Molly says Carnivore Collective, it triggers a memory.
My God,
Okay.
Quinn, you're looking so triggered.
You know, given I just did a streets roll on my own just to see what I'd come up with, and that was a natural 20 for a 25.
Holy crap.
I think I triggered a lot of information.
You remember in your youth at one of your father's places. A party of sorts. And a very astute, very noble looking man, Lionkin. And you overheard the conversation between your father and Lord Aramore. Head of the Carnivore Collective. And it wasn't so much typical business matters. It was top secret. It was matters that you didn't understand at the time, but militaristic in nature. And what brings back the flashback is they were talking about possibly reducing some kind of helmet. And with that, watchers, we end tonight's episode. As Molly and Quinn find out some disturbing information. Torque and Benson has created another prototype, a lesser version of such. And as they did, Benson's powers became more and more such that the Torque, we don't know the response, but we'll find out in next episode all of this interesting information and where the party is going to go from here. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. And tune in to 2 weeks from now to find out how it all unravels. And with that, let us thank our party. If it wasn't for them, this wonderful, wonderful adventure, wonderful, wonderful story would not exist at all. I am going to go around the room, announce a character, and they will say what they'd like to say, and then we'll pass it on from there. Speaking of interesting thoughts on Benson, Torque.
Yes. Do I have interesting thoughts on Benson?
And you can answer that now, or you can wait until the next episode.
Hello. I think he keeps eyeing me funny, but we know he's into robots, so we'll see. Hi, everybody. My name is Sandy. If you don't understand that, again, go back, watch the previous episodes. They were really good. What else? I play Torque. I'm sorry I'm out of it. I'm having some family drama tonight, but come back and enjoy Torque later when I got my head screwed on a little bit better. But Torque will adjust that, little adjustments here in the shop. It'll be fine. Gets loose every once in a while. It's all good. Let's see. They'll talk about it, but we have stuff and there's links and they'll tell you about it. So I'm going to pass it to my owner, Molly, and she can go from there.
Hey guys, it's your resident DoorDasher / local foodie connoisseur here with the information to tell you to support small businesses. And also, hi everyone, I'm Belle. I played Molly today. A lot of fun. Molly and Quinn seem to keep on running off into mischief together and finding stuff. It's so fun seeing the two street smartiest characters with the most opposite personalities be thrown in together. With that, I will pass it off to, I guess, my partner in crime, Quinn.
Hey guys, I'm Bill. Me and Dave made this system and we're still tweaking it and having a lot of fun with it. Pretty cool. I'm digging it. Just dig playing again. It's been a little while. I've run a few games. I've been running our Shattered Lands, my campaign, Monday morning. It's been every other Monday morning. We'll be playing though this Monday, so it's back-to-back weeks because we have a player that's going to be out of town. So if you want to check us out, it's 10 a.m. Pacific. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern, and extrapolate out if you're one of our UK watchers, which if you are at this time, wow, you're up late. Digging it. It was a lot of fun. I kind of like this contrast of Molly and Quinn, like the posh upper class, like well-to-do, playing in the world of crime, and Molly, the one who is kind of lives in this every day, and Quinn's just dipping in it. But yeah, we're going out having fun, getting into mischief, digging it all. Check out the back issues on YouTube or on Twitch. We appreciate you joining us live for this, and for those who have deemed us worthy and joined our Patreon to tip us a little bit, which helps pay for some of the things that we use to develop this, the various map making programs we pay for and all that. We appreciate all that. Anyways, I think we're just down to Benson, right? This way, according to this. Let's pass it over to Benson, our resident Van Wilder, constant college goer, and our tech guy.
Hey, right on. I didn't get that reference, but I'm not sure if that was an insult or not. If it was, fuck you.
Oh, and then he lost sound.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. I was saying something nice, so I that must have automatically edited itself out. So I don't know. Pat yourself on the back. Sorry, all that's in character. Benson is kind of a weird jerk. Yeah, could I say weird again? Strange man. But I'm having fun playing him, and I like the fact that he's got like Neo powers now, and he can kind of like push shit around with his mind. I don't know if I could stop bullets, but that'd be pretty awesome. What do I want to say? I would like to encourage you to drink some water and probably get a little more fiber in your diet. That'll reap benefits all around. That's my wisdom for the day.
And with that, on that note, watchers, make sure to like, subscribe, follow, all that fun stuff. We have buttons below that you can push. Make sure you use your Amazon Prime and whatever little coolness you get to subscribe, make sure you do that as well. But yeah, now it's every Friday because we have a new game on Friday called Age of Regression. It involves these two in the corners here, Twerk and Molly, but not Twerk and Molly. It's Belle and Sandy that are playing in said game with some other wonderful cast peoples and this, that, and the other. They're back on Marozia, but 500 years in the future from the last story where we ended, where all of the players became deities. It is kind of a different world altogether. It is no longer a steampunky, fantastic world. It's more of a, not necessarily Mad Max, but it is definitely on those lines of things regressed. And so tune in for that every other Friday. Not this Friday, but the Friday after that is when the show begins. And that is when early morning time is when I post the ad block, because this that show happens, and then Bill's show and this show happens, so it's all clumped together. So anyway, well, on that note, let us say to you wonderful watchers, thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and see you next time.
Tschüss, auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Love you.